Okay, here's our update on uranium. It is August 23rd, about 9 p.m. So we have our full Tuesday candle. That's usually an important day to know, like, did you get follow through from what the move on Monday, or did you get a reversal? And I talked about in my video, I think it was yesterday or the day before, we were setting up for a swing low on account of the way this candle was firing, and I even drew this line here. Like, right, we needed to move above, 20, the high from Monday, which was 22.76. And so we got that and then some. We actually gapped up. I mean, if you zoom in here again, and this is CCJ daily chart, you can see we have a gap. Those tend to get filled, so I wouldn't be surprised if we backtest 22.77. But this is very likely a new daily cycle. That was day 35. That's right around the sort of timing band. And if you look at what that does to the weekly, I posted this on Twitter. We're setting up for a weekly bullish outside candle. An outside candle, it's a strat concept, but it's also the same thing as a bullish engulfing candle. The idea is the candle makes a new low, and then it goes on to make a new high. So it made its new low already, and then it goes on to make its new high. That would call into question this weekly cycle count, which is already super muddy. But that would get you to around the 26 area, which is obviously a ton of upside from here. It doesn't mean the pattern's going to complete. It just means we're set up for it. Gold is also set up for it. Again, doesn't mean we're going to actually necessarily get the pattern completed. And if we look at the monthly, not a whole lot has changed on the monthly chart. Again, this is multiple time frame analysis as it, like, what's happening now on the monthly chart is it's building a wick on the lower, it's building a lower wick, right? If we continue to get enough of a rally, we'll get back up here. We'll end up with like a doji-like thing, and then it'll finally go green. It'll become a green hammer. I say this to say, if we get continued follow through on the daily, which causes follow through on the weekly, that's what we would expect on the monthly chart. But right now, the evidence suggests we probably have a longer term cycle top on month 25. And if we look at some of the other uranium names, they're all doing a similar thing, swing low, right? This is CCJ, so that's the one we just looked at. But all these other ones did a similar thing. So the uranium ETF. So this one was a swing low as well, but not as strong. GoviX, again, so I keep saying GoviX is underperforming the uranium space. If you're going to be in a uranium name, it probably shouldn't be GoviX. This is also not great, right? So like Fission Uranium had a swing low today, but like look at this bearish looking candle. That's not a good indication. Paladin, right? This is trading over hours. Like a lot of these will have they built up a upper wick, which means there was a reversal on a lower time frame. That tends to happen with the uranium names. I suspect it's a lot of profit taking. UEC looks like it's one of the strongest. And again, if we look at the weekly candles for all these, similar kind of thing here. So most setting up for bullish, a bullish outside weekly candle. If the pattern completes, almost all of them are set up that way, including Denison. We didn't look at that very closely. I know people love this name. I mean, really, this is your weekly chart. This has just been like more or less consolidation inside like this kind of box. Now, quite unpleasant if you're long because you're just kind of sitting there. But like it hasn't really done a whole lot. I mean, to be fair, the top of this box is like $2, and the bottom of this box is $1 or less than $1 actually. So that's a huge move percentage wise. But chart structure, we're really just kind of waiting for that next big move. So again, that could indicate your longer term cycle top. We need to get that decline, and then we're finally going to get that rally. But that's the picture for uranium. We do have a daily cycle. It looks like we have a daily cycle low in place, and I'll be clear. What we would expect, I'll throw the moving averages on here just to add, so we've obviously got to get above the 10 period moving average. That's all the way up here at like 20, almost 24.50. So that's another $1 up. And so for a short term trade, you can definitely be here. Again, I would expect that we're going to get a gap fill. And remember, we have Jackson Hole, the speech from the Fed chair on Friday. That's your real catalyst for the markets. But at least next couple days, this is set up to go higher, if not a back test of the gap fill first, which is what I expect. So this might be your spot to buy it in that 22.77 area. Obviously, you have to see how price reacts down there as always.